Hi, I'm Marta and welcome to my channel Pop Paper Love. On this channel I share my insights from my twin flame journey. I share my experiences here with you, so stay tuned. And today's video is going to be about having faith on your twin flame journey. And we all know that this journey can be sometimes really challenging, and therefore we have to keep our faith and keep believing and keep trusting and knowing that it's going to work out in our best interest. And actually, for me, having faith means to step out into something while not knowing the final result. And here in our twin flame journeys, we sometimes have to take steps without knowing if we're gonna end up with our twin flame journey. When are we gonna end up with him? Is he or she a true twin flame or not? And let me share a bit of my experiences with you. You all know that I met my twin flame when I was 16, and at that point, when I met him, I made a decision myself that I'm gonna only be with him in my life, and that I won't have any other boyfriends or flings or anything else. And I somehow knew that we're gonna meet somewhere in the future, and it was really sometimes it was really challenging to believe that, because all the outside circumstances were showing otherwise, and still I'm not reunited with him or overall, even that I got many signs that we're gonna be reunited. Let me start. Okay. Yes, I made that choice, and it's actually on the very beginning of your twin flame journey. That how the journey starts is by making your core choice about wanting to be only with your twin flame. And many people end up with their karmic partner, with their false twin flame, which can sometimes catalyze your union with your twin flame. In other words, speed up your union, because you would learn some how to heal your wounds with by being with that other partner, and it can actually speed up process. So it's not something to be afraid of if you meet that false twin flame on your way. I haven't met a false twin flame, but I had one bad experience with one man who actually he had I we were business related, and he actually betrayed me in some way, which was really uncomfortable for me. But now we get to my point. By that betrayal and by that really bad experience in my business life, I was at that point of my life, I was really anxious and really afraid, and I couldn't trust anyone. I was envisioning all the worst outcomes from my life. It was so painful. And then I was looking for solutions how to heal my inner world. I used to go to psychologist, so I thought that's not gonna work out this in this sense. So I investigated a bit online, and I found out for confession, Christian confession. I'm actually a Christian, but I was not living in faith for. I was having faith, but I wasn't participating in church, in masses, and all the sacraments for maybe 10 years prior to that, to this, what I'm going to tell you about. And it's actually that I found out that confession brings really deep relief and deep peace and deep serenity and like deep consolation into your life when you have it. So I wrote a list. I looked for how can you have a confession. No, actually, I first went to a priest, and I ended up in a confession room, and the priest told me to come next time because I wasn't prepared for it. So I thought that people could only come to the confession room and tell their sins, and they're gonna be all done. But actually, I found out that you have to prepare for confession in such way that you have to like analyze your sins, your past life, your current life, your thoughts. So I did that. I found one guidebook how to do it, and I was ready to go. So I went to one priest in confession room. I was really scared before that. Really scared. I was so anxious, and my palms were getting sweaty, and I was like, I felt dizzy. But that many people were waiting before the confession room, so my fear only got worse and worse. But when I got into the room, I also had a list of my sins, because I wasn't there. I wasn't going to church for maybe 10 to 12 years before that. And I actually told my sins, and after that, the priest told me how to the resolution of sins. I don't know how to say it in English. And then such a wave of peace came to my heart, and it was such a big relief for me. After it, the priest also told me to go to the masses regularly, like for my the words is missing me, for my like how to do something good for my life, and okay, never mind. So I continue to go to the masses, and I also go to confessions regularly, and it's a big thing for me to. I found one good priest to whom I go to confessions, and he also gives me some good guidance and advice, which is of big value on this journey, uh, because it's actually a spiritual journey. So it's good to have the spirituality involved in it, and you know that you can't achieve anything on this mission and on this journey without God, which is sometimes hard for people to consider and to accept, because even when I was first starting with this journey, I just, when I first met my twin flame, I was thinking, okay, I met him, now we're gonna end up together, we're gonna have a relationship, and it's gonna be all great. I never imagined this would be such a spiritual journey. Some people even think that they can achieve this union with their twin flame without God. Actually, that's not possible. Your true twin flame is God, and your union with your twin flame is just a reflection of your union with God. So you first have to achieve inner union, which is being so happy and peaceful and relaxed and calm in yourself. So you can attract vibrationally your counterpart, your twin flame. People often mistakenly think that your twin flame is going to complete you, which isn't the case. You have to be your whole person, your whole self. You are a whole self, but you have to recognize that you are a whole self before ending up with your twin flame. So other relationships that don't recognize that are codependent. In those relationships, other people, other counterparts, think that other person is gonna give them something like money, status, place to live, good emotions, good feelings, which in twin flame relationship couldn't be the case, because your twin flame only is only complementary. He doesn't complete you. You have to be complete on your own. What else to mention here? Yes, many relationships are codependent, but many abusive relationships are also codependent, because the woman who is suffering, mostly the woman, but sometimes it can be also men, think that their source of everything is their husband, their partner, which isn't the case. They just have to recognize that their source is God. And sometimes it can be, you have to follow your inner guidance, your inner voice, your intuition, to hear that voice of God and then follow him, because faith without deeds isn't really faith. And yes, this was actually my rants on faith, and I'm gonna speak more about it also in my next videos. So I'm really glad that you watched this video. And let me say this only, if you would like to work with me, I work as an ascension coach, and you can check out my page, which is going to be linked down below. And I would be glad to work with you, because on this journey you have to have lots of support, and guidance is really necessary sometimes. So yeah, have faith and see you some other time. Bye.